action tonight. After their first win of the season, I got some Celtic stuff for you coming up in a little bit. Also got a couple of giveaways tonight. We'll do one before the show, and then we're here until 11 o'clock tonight. We'll have another for you in postgame. So a lot to get into. Let's get right to it. You can certainly call in 617-779-0985. You know what to do. You can just go to YouTube as well, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and you'll see my beautiful, handsome face right there. All right, let's get into it. Patriots making moves. We know what happened yesterday. They signed Marcus Jones, and then they sent Keon White and Kyle Duggar out the door. Initial thought on it, both of them don't fit the scheme, so that's why they weren't here or aren't here anymore. The other thing to bring up in this is that this is Mike Vrabel making the moves. Don't sell Elliott Wolf. I know you're going to hear about it, but it's Mike Vrabel. I've called him the Godfather. Michael Corleone. I've called him this because he whacked another cap out today. Another one out the door. Kyle Duggar, who signed an extension in the offseason. And, I'm going to go back to those extensions coming up in just a little bit, just so you know that this is Mike Vrabel that's in charge and not Elliott Wolf. But these are 2 second-round picks out the door for nothing. And you have to eat some of the money. So, yeah, the moves, maybe it's an anticipation of something to come. There is now movement around the league, right? The Patriots are part of 2 of them. The Jets make a move. Maybe Breece Hall's trying to get the hell out of the Jets right now because he's unhappy. So things are going to start to heat up, and this is why the Patriots should go after it this year. Rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. Christian Gonzalez on a rookie deal. And this might be one of the only times that the team with this type of flexibility can go for it during the middle of the season. So I'm pro going and making a move. Now, I don't know exactly which side. Probably pass rush would be the way to go. Maybe another running back, but they did that today as they've added Terrell Jennings to the active roster, and they brought in Dearness Johnson. They also have Ward, who played for the Giants as well, so they have 2 practice squad running backs. Maybe one gets called up. But I wanted to talk running back today. Do you know why I want to talk running back? The Patriots play the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. And, do they have an ultimate running back? So most people I know are anti-backs, right? Like Saquon Barkley made an impact. I wouldn't just dismiss it. Derrick Henry's been fantastic for years. So in reality, is it worth drafting a running back in the first round? Hell no. Especially with all the guarantees and stuff that they get out of the break or out of the gate. But Bijan Robinson, that guy is a difference maker, and he creates challenges. And I have some numbers. The Joe Murray research team has helped out in some numbers, but Mike Vrabel says that Bijan Robinson presents many different challenges and will test the Patriots' ability to build a wall and swarm on defense. So last week, one of the reasons why I thought the Patriots would take care of business against the Browns was because how many times did you hear last week that Cleveland has the number 1 defense in football? How many times did you hear it? You mean to tell me that wasn't brought up by the Patriots this week? Or last week, excuse me? You mean to tell me that Mike Vrabel didn't say all week long that the number 1 defense, or Josh McDaniels, or whoever you want to believe has any input or say there? Everyone knew Cleveland had the number 1 defense in football, and what did Drake May do? Ho-hum, 3 touchdown passes. Right? They got their running game going, 177 yards on the ground. Oh, best defense in football. They shredded them. Hey, Myles Garrett had 5 or 6 sacks. Great. They lost by double digits. Well, I'm telling you right now, that's happening in Atlanta. Atlanta's off a horrific loss to the Miami Dolphins. You lose to the Dolphins like that, it's bad week. And the Falcons are just too good and too talented to lose that type of game and come into New England this week and not be ready to go. I am a little concerned this weekend. In general, do I think the Patriots should take care of business against the Falcons, especially at Gillette Stadium? Yes. I'd put money on it. But sounds like Michael Penix is at least going in the right direction of playing this weekend. They'll get Drake London back, one of the top receivers in the league. I think there's going to be a challenge this week. But when I go back to the Patriots constantly hearing about the defense of the Cleveland Browns, how many times this week are you going to hear that the Patriots have not allowed a single running back to rush over 50 yards in a game this year? How many times do you think Atlanta's heard that? Bijan Robinson's heard that. They're aware. They know it. And I know Christian Barmore was sat out of the, was punished, I guess, for the first quarter last week. They still kept them in check, and Judkins actually left the game. But I wanted to give you some numbers regarding Bijan Robinson and what type of impact this guy has and why he's a concern this weekend. Bijan Robinson has 40 career starts. He's rushed for 50-plus yards in 28 of them. Joe Math, 70% of the time. 70% of the time, Bijan Robinson rushes for over 50 yards in a game. That's good, right? Look, guys, thumbs up. That good? 70%? That's good. And he's ran for 70-plus yards in 21 of those games. That's 53%. That's also good, right? That's good. Good. This season, Bijan Robinson has rushed for 50-plus yards in 4 of the 7 games. He's had 72, 75, 143, and 170. Do you know what the Falcons' record is in those games? 3-1. They're 0-3 when he's rushed for fewer than 50 yards. And what's the number you keep hearing? The Patriots have not allowed a single running back to rush for 50-plus yards in a game this year. I'm sure they'll hear about it all week long. But in Bijan Robinson's last 2 games, he's played the 49ers and the Dolphins. He rushed for 40 yards and 25 yards back-to-back. The Falcons scored 10 points in each game. Bijan Robinson is a huge part of what the Atlanta Falcons do. He's one of the top 5 players in the league, if you ask me. But when I look at it here, he's the key to victory for the Falcons. It's also the key to victory for the New England Patriots. If they hold him under 50, generally they'll get the win. But Atlanta's coming off that horrible loss. They were embarrassed. It'd be huge for them to lose to the Dolphins, but beat the New England Patriots on the road. And we've seen these type of things all year long, right? You've seen it all year long. I don't think it happens this weekend, but for the key for both teams is Bijan Robinson getting going for Atlanta and the Patriots continuing to do what they've been doing, holding running backs under 50 yards. So we'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. We do have a giveaway coming up that I'll do in just a few minutes here. Also wanted to mention that the Celtics are back in action tonight. They return home after a road trip. Last year, when they went on road trips and came back home in the first game, they struggled. There are multiple times that it happened. I know this is a completely different team, which is why I'm saying it. Doesn't mean you just come back home after a road trip and you beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, who've been playing very well of late and have big boys that can rebound the basketball. And did you see this? The Celtics are 3.5-point underdogs. Oh, now it's 2.5, you say, Skaz? 2.5? I would bet those props on the rebounds tonight from Mobley and Allen.
Seems low, doesn't it?
Seems very low.
It gives me hope as a Celtics fan, but I saw that and I was pretty surprised, to say the least.
I saw that same line against the New York Knicks as well, and what happened?
Not great.
Could be that type of night. That's James Scaramazino, everybody. We call him Skaz. And we do have a giveaway right now. Caller number 10 right now to the contest line at 617-931-0985 will score a pair of tickets to the PBR Boston at the Garden. It's professional bull riders for the first time ever in Boston in January. Tickets available at tdgarden.com. Bull riding, huh? Yes. I wouldn't do it. But you know what? I'd go and have a hell of a time right now. Call number 10 to the contest line, 617-931-0985. You score a pair of tickets to the PBR Boston at the Garden. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. The giveaway is done. We'll have something else to give away later on in the night, but you're going to have to come join us on postgame. As we're here until 11 o'clock tonight, we'll hand things over to Grandy Max coming up in just a little bit. But who gets the credit, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Like, when you think about the Patriots, we all give it all to Tom Brady, right? He left here when somewhere else won. He's the guy. He's the one that's vindicated. But now you got Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft fighting over their piece of the pie, right? Or, was Matt Patricia or Josh McDaniels a part of it? There's just a lot of that, okay? But when it comes to the Patriots and their turnaround, who gets the credit? I'm actually going to bring Skaz in on this one. Skaz, I'm curious what your third answer is. And there's no wrong answer. I just want to say that off the bat. But if we brought up, if I asked you, Skaz, what are the top 3 reasons for the Patriots turnaround? I think we could say Drake May's progression and Mike Vrabel, right? Is it fair to say?
I would agree with those.
I was wrong saying in the offseason I didn't think it would work, even Josh McDaniels. So I ask you, what's the third reason why the Patriots are where they are this year? What after May and Vrabel, what is it?
Joe, they're undefeated with Christian Gonzalez. And
it's a good one.
I think maybe that's a little too, simplifying it, but it's a different defense with Christian Gonzalez, and the defense still hasn't been as good as a lot of people had hoped, as good as I'd hoped, but they are a much better defense with him out there. I think he deserves a lot of credit for what he does. I think Steph Diggs is another guy who, not just on the field, but pregame, on the sidelines, like his influence in that wide receivers room kind of, he's a guy in that league. He's a number 1 receiver. If he's still, a 1A type receiver, that's debatable. But you see the videos coming out, and I know a lot of it's Patriots porn, but he has an effect on that room, and it's working. He has those guys buying in, believing in themselves. So I would have Christian Gonzalez and Steph Diggs right up there as well.
Okay. No wrong answers. Do you want to know what my answer is? Is
it your guy?
It's not Josh McDaniels. That's not my guy, right?
That is your guy.
You were implying that was my guy?
For better or worse, Joe, you're tied.
No, what it was is the other night, it was hard for me to... I saw his fingerprints on the offense.
I thought that was his best game.
It's the only one, though, that I can really say, man. Did you see the video that...
the guy's like yelling at the guy on the defense there?
Yeah. So there's 20 minutes of video that the Patriots post. It's on my TikTok at Joey Murray. Not a TikToker. I posted TikTok. But I watched this whole thing, and it's McDaniels mic'd up. And he's like talking in Drake May's ear. He says like, Daisy, and Drake May knows to run. And then he's like, all right, Steph Diggs, there's a lot of space right there. Kind of telling him, hey, boom, slant right over the middle, touchdown. The other one is Keyshawn. They put a rookie on booty. That's literally what they put the rookie on booty, and then Drake May finds him.
You don't want an unexperienced guy on booty, Joe.
That's right. You don't.
You don't. You don't want that.
Always. But he's in his ear.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing. I think the only thing you could really be critical of McDaniels at this point is, why weren't you pushing the ball down the field earlier in the season, I think is a fair criticism at this point, because I think coming out of those first few games, that was one thing, fans and media were saying, that they're not really playing to Drake May's strengths, and as the season's gone on, that's what they've done, and it's been successful. So, yeah, Josh McDaniels, he does deserve quite a bit of credit. I'm a players over coaches guy. They're the ones that actually do it. So I would go Gonzalez and Diggs first.
My answer is the Crafts. They spent money in the offseason. They knew they made a mistake with Mayo. They brought Vrabel in, and they've gotten the hell out of the way. Fair to say?
I would agree with that.
Not saying it's the right answer. It's just an answer that I'm putting on the board.
Well, they certainly have an opportunity to put more of their fingerprints on this team as well, with the cap space they have and the moves they're making to free up some of that space. Mm-hmm. Like, invest in this team. They have a shot now. I don't think they're a Super Bowl winner this year, but there's no reason they can't make some noise in the playoffs. Like, go out and add to this team. I think they've earned it.
And I know this is who gets the credit, right? Maybe that could be our thumbnail tonight. But when it comes to the Belichick, Kraft thing, It's going to help Kraft if Belichick gets in the Hall of Fame. It's also going to help Belichick with Josh McDaniels. Or maybe it's going to help Josh McDaniels. All I'm saying is Bill in the end is going to look, isn't looking good, but probably will go to the Hall of Fame. I think it only helps McDaniels. It only helps Kraft. But we got to give credit where credit's due, right? Marcus Jones didn't have an agent when he said he negotiated his contract. Oh, do we credit Elliot Wolf for that? Is that an Elliot Wolf credit or is that a Mike Vrabel credit? Oh, you don't have an agent, huh? Oh, let me get my cocktail napkin. Right? Didn't Zoe say that he had a contract drawn up once on a cocktail napkin?
It's been a lot of math done on cocktail napkins around the Sports Hub, I think.
I'm no longer the HC of the NYJ, I think was on a cocktail napkin. Well, Scats, who's responsible for these extensions? Christian Barmore's who's responsible for that? Is that Elliot Wolf?
I think, Joe, it's kind of who do you want to be responsible for that?
Ramondre Stevenson's 4-year extension.
I did see a lot of tweets crediting Mr. Groh and Elliot Wolf there.
How about Kyle Duggar? How'd that one?
I would say not great.
What about David Andrews' extension?
Good player.
No, last year.
Yeah. He's our coworker, Joe.
Sorry, David. I didn't mean to bring that one up.
He's getting paid.
Hunter Henry was a good one, right?
Michael
Onwenu, I guess, is still here.
Sure.
How about Josh Uche? How'd that one go?
Not great.
Anthony Jennings? He's still here, right? He hasn't been traded yet?
I don't see him often, but yes, I believe he's still here.
Jabril Peppers? How's he doing? Brendan Schooler.
Special teamer.
Elliot Wolf. That's his credit. Oh, he'll take credit for Drake May, too, won't he? Mike Vrabel's making the decisions. Celtics and Cavs are coming up. After losing their season opener to the Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers have won 3 in a row in 4 days. Back-to-back sweeps over the Pistons and Milwaukee Bucks. Things won't get easier tonight. Evan Mosley, Jared Allen in the front court. The Cavs are 5-1 against the spread their last 6 versus the Celtics, and the line's 2.5. So you know what that means? Give me the Cavs tonight, minus the 2.5. And also, over 8 rebounds for both Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I think it's going to be a tough night for the Celtics against one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, but they do return home. Let's see how the Celtics do as they're back in action tonight.